Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Let's Talk Education with Princess, and recently we've been talking about moving to the UK to work as an educator, as a teacher. I've been talking about it for about a year, but right now we're really focusing on it. Last week we talked about the 4 paths that are available to you if you want to move to the UK to work as a teacher. So if you haven't seen that video, you can pause this video. It's going to pop up somewhere here or here. It's going to pop up right now, so you can just click there, go and watch that video and see the path that is best for you. Some require for you to have teaching experience, some don't. Some require for you to have teaching certification, some don't. Some are free, some are not. So if you don't know where you fall in, please click the link and go and watch that video. If you have already watched that video, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the recent immigration law changes and how it affects you as an educator, as pertaining the skilled worker visa. So stick around. Remember to like, subscribe, share with every teacher that you know. I'll be right back. Alright guys, like I already said, we are talking about the skilled worker visa. If you have been hearing about some changes being made, yes, there have been changes made, and the first thing I did was to go and research, how the change affects us as teachers, because it is effective from after April 2024. That is this current month. I don't know the month you're going to eventually end up watching this video, but April 2024 was the time of shooting this video, and then the laws will be effective after April 2024. So I'm going to dive right in to what the implication of these new immigration laws are. All right, now we're talking about teachers getting a skilled worker visa in the UK. I'm just going to first of all go into what you need to have in order to get a skilled worker visa as a non-UK national. First of all, you must have been offered a job by a company willing to offer you a COS, that is Certificate of Sponsorship. I always reiterate this, especially on my direct path to QTS video. A lot of people thought that automatically means if I have my QTS, I'm coming to the UK tomorrow. I had people sending me emails saying I want to come with my family. Having your QTS is not a direct guarantee, just like having your TRCN in Nigeria. It just means that now you are qualified to work in the UK, but you still have to get a job in the UK. However, you have to get a job that is offering COS, that Certificate of Sponsorship, if you want to get a skilled worker visa. That is a job that is willing to sponsor your visa. That's generally what it is called. So when you're searching for jobs in the UK, it's not like, okay, now I have my QTS in Nigeria, so I'm going to just go on websites and look for teaching jobs in the UK and apply. You have to be sure that the employer is willing to offer you a COS, and without that you cannot get your skilled worker visa. Now, this is the update that shook everybody. It shook me too, because I know how it is for employers here in the UK. It says the salary offered by the employer must be above the lower threshold or going rate for that field of work as set by the government. Let me just explain it for you. Every field of work, every different category of work or of jobs in the UK, they have codes, and these codes, they are separated into categories, and they have going rates or lowest thresholds. For example, if I'm in the field of nursing and the highest going rate in terms of salary is £54,000 per annum, and the lowest going rate is maybe £34,000 per annum, that means that lowest going rate is £34,000. I must not earn less than £34,000. So if an employer comes to you or you apply for a job here in the UK and the lowest going rate is £34,000 and they're offering you £32,000, you will not be able to get your skilled worker visa. So they have to be willing, that's another word. The employer has to be willing to pay you higher than the going rate for that category or that field of work. So different fields of work have different going rates, and it's the government that sets the going rates. So this is the going rate for you as a teacher. This means that any employer that's is looking to employ you, or any job that you're applying to, after they are willing to sponsor your visa, yes, next you must be sure that they are going to pay you higher than this amount I'm going to mention now. That's the only way you can get your skilled worker visa. For other parts of England outside of London is like the Abuja of this place, so let's leave London now. Their rates are always higher. For other parts of the UK, you must be earning at least £30,000 for you to get your skilled worker visa. So the employer must be willing to pay you above £30,000. Now for London Fringe, you must be earning at least £31,350 per annum. For Outer London, you must be earning at least £34,514 per annum. For Inner London, you must be earning at least £36,745 per annum. For Scotland, you must be earning at least £38,655 per annum. For Wales, you must be earning at least £30,742 per annum. For Northern Ireland, you must be earning at least £24,137 per annum. So these are the different areas. If you are searching for jobs in these areas, this is the least amount that your employer can pay you for you to be able to get a skilled worker visa. I really cannot explain why they did that. Maybe they want to encourage people to hire locally more. I'm guessing that may be the reason, but it's just going to be harder for a lot of employers now that cannot afford to pay this kind of salary. They might just opt out and say, you know what, we're not looking for international teachers again, we're not offering certificate of sponsorship again. However, if you're able to get a job that pays higher than these going rates for these different areas, then you get your skilled worker visa. The third thing that you must note: the applicant, which is you, must also demonstrate financial stability by having enough money to cover expenses like your application fee, health surcharge, initial living cost upon arrival in the UK. Let's look at them differently. For your application fee, if you're applying for a visa of less than 3 years, it's £719 per person. Do this mathematics. When you convert it to naira, that's more money. £719 per person, and per person means, because a skilled worker visa, of course, you're coming with dependents, and this dependents means civil partner. That is civil partner. Let's interpret it however you will, because I only understand civil partner to be the person you're married to, but if you think it's any other thing, I don't know. Civil partner and biological children, or adopted if you have papers to prove it. All right, so if your visa is 3 years and below, it's £719 per person for the visa application. If it's a visa of 3 years and above, it's £1,420 per person. Secondly, you're going to pay your health surcharge. This was the most shocking one for me also during my application. It's £1,035 per person, and it's paid per year, not per person. That's just for you. Okay, it's £135,000 per year, and it is paid upfront. So if it's a visa of 3 years, you're going to multiply £1,035 times 3, and you're paying it up front as you're applying. You're paying it straight up front. Then you must have at least £1,270 available to support yourself upon arrival. This money must have been in your bank account for 28 days. So ensure that you have that money in your account. Of course, you submit your statement of account. You can convert that to naira, however much the exchange rate will be as at the time of your application. You can convert that. So that is the money that you have to support yourself. If you're coming with your family, you must have £285 for your partner. You must have £315 for one child and £200 for each additional child. These monies must also reflect in your account and must have been there for 28 days. Now, an alternative is that your company can, some companies do sponsor the visa, sponsor the NHIS surcharge, and sponsor, everything else. However, that's not very common in education. It's not very common for schools, but you can talk to your employer and draft out an agreement to know whichever one they will provide and know the one that you will provide. So this is just to give you some guide in applying for jobs that offer certificate of sponsorship. These are some things you have to look out for. You have to ensure that you are paid at least above the going rate for that particular area, and I've given you the different rates and you can just take a screenshot of that. You must also ensure that your employer is willing, not ensure, actually there's nothing you can do about it. You can just dialogue with them and see if they are willing to bear some of the financial responsibility also with you. Make sure you have your financial papers, statements, and everything ready to apply. So you can leave me your questions. I believe I've covered everything as pertaining to the upgrade or the changes that they have made in the skilled worker visa as pertains to teachers and educators. If you have questions, I generally always have an all-purpose document or form rather right below this video, so you can fill it in if you have questions, inquiries that you want to send to me. I stopped putting my email address because it became so hectic, so you can fill that form if you have questions. Also, if you want to join our WhatsApp group where we offer consultation, we offer advice, we do eligibility tests for you and see the route that is best fitting for you, and also help you along your journey. You can also fill that form if you are interested. I'll see you around in my next video. Until then, like, subscribe, and share this video with every educator you know. See you.